basically I had to sort of stand up and be the saviour of the day in that sort of situation. What the fuck am I talking about? Don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me once again. So today I really want to talk to you about men's mental health, and this is going to be the start of a series. I want to do a few episodes on this, and I want to continue with it because it is something that not a lot of people talk about, so I want to talk about it. So I'm going to bring it to you now. There you go. But before I start, guys, as usual, please make sure that you do subscribe to my channel. It does help me out. It makes sure that I get out there, people start seeing my videos more, and I get to help more people. So that's ultimately what I want to achieve. So if you can subscribe, guys, please do. I really appreciate it. This video is basically for anybody. I mean anybody. I want to talk to everybody about how men's mental health actually matters, and it's not something that we should just brush under the carpet. So this is for everybody. I don't care who you are, I don't care what walk of life you're in, this is for you. So please carry on watching. From my observations over my life, I've noticed that although there is a lot of women out there that suffer with mental health, there is a lot of men out there that suffer with it that don't speak about it. Now, when a woman is feeling down and they're upset, they'll go to their girlfriends and they'll hash it out over a big natter and a cup of tea, and everything will be sorted after that. However, men don't necessarily deal with things like this in the same way. Women tend to, or like I say, women tend to look at things in bold, bright colours and every little different hue in between. And men like to look at things as black and white. If there's a problem, we solve it. When you look at it from a woman's perspective, we delve into things and we try and figure things out and work out what the root causes are, what the problems are, and we stitch it all together in a little knitting club. All of us together like to have those discussions to try and work out the loose ends and try and work out what the issues are and try and resolve them that way. Whereas men tend to go, there's a problem, I'm going to fix it. And they don't necessarily think about all of the other avenues that come with it. This is why men are more inclined to get in injuries and things like that through doing things that they don't necessarily think all the way through. I'm not saying all men are like this, I'm not saying all women are like this, but when it comes to the mental health side of things, when you're able to get out your emotions and being able to talk about the things that are troubling you, it actually makes us calmer and it makes us able to understand what the situation is and how to deal with it in the best way possible. When it comes to men, though, they just shut off, or a lot of them do. I know a lot of men out there that are quite happy to talk about their emotions, and I love that. I absolutely adore it, because it means that they're in tune with themselves. It means that they understand what's going on inside, and they're able to portray it in the best way that they can. However, there are men out there that aren't able to do this. Now, it might be because that's a fear, that's something that you're scared of doing because it's looked at as a weakness. You know, society pictures men to be these robust men, you know, that are protectors, and, you know, they're the ones that are the breadwinners, so they must be strong, they must be able to bring in what they need for their families. So for men, I can totally understand where the obligatory feeling of not sharing your emotions comes from. But ultimately, I am here to tell you, please open up. Please talk, because you will just sit there and it will manifest itself in such a horrible negative way if you're not communicating how you're feeling about something. So please make sure that you communicate. I know it's a hard thing to do. Ultimately, you do need to go through a process to understand in yourself how you do that. But I will go through that in the next video, I'm sure. Bottling it up like I just mentioned, bottling up is not going to make anything better. It's like, I like to see it as it's a tap that won't turn off. You know, if you keep being battered down with all of these different things and you keep holding on to the things that you really need to let out, it's only going to overfill and you're only going to explode. It's the only way that it can go. You can be pushed so far and then all of a sudden everything will just come out and you won't have any control. That's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people around me, and you just don't have control in that moment. So you go for the gullet, you'll say things that you don't mean, you'll be really fucking horrible, and people will look at you differently, and it will become, oh shit, now I've got to apologise, now I've got to sort this out. So ultimately, the way you sort it out is to talk about it in the first instance. So when some issue has arisen and it's sitting with you and it's making you feel shit inside and you're angry about it and you don't want to tell anybody, that's your opportunity to go, actually, I do need to tell someone about it. And find someone that's close to you, that you trust and that you respect and that respects you as well. Most importantly, somebody who respects you, and sit with them and explain what has happened. And hopefully you will find a resolution without getting aggressive, without getting upset, without getting, too angsty about it. And then you can manage that. And then it keeps everything else in control. So I'm just telling you, don't bottle it up. Please don't bottle it up. You need to talk. So I have done a video before which was 10 signs on how to know when your mental health is declining, and when you need to sort of put a little bit more TLC into yourself. I want you guys to go back and watch that, because that gives you the ideas of, how to spot when you need to talk about these things, when you feel like things are getting on top of you. And sometimes you might not have any words. You might just need to go, I just need to talk to somebody, but I don't know what to say. Have that conversation. Say, look, I'm feeling like I'm struggling right now and I just need to talk to somebody. I need to understand what's happening. Most respectable people will sit down with you and will go through it. But ultimately, watch that video, go through that and work out if there's any things that you feel are dipping in your usual routines. And that will sort of help you along the way of realising whether there's something wrong or whether you need to look at yourself a little bit closely, a little more closely, should I say. God, I talk so much. So ultimately in this video, I just want you to know that bottling up is not a good thing, and that you need to make sure that you are opening up about your emotions. Women are very good at that because we like to talk, we like to, have those discussions with our friends. However, men aren't like that. So now I'm sort of challenging you guys to have those conversations with your peers. When it's amazing, honestly, how it can change a situation. But I just want you guys to know that bottling it up is not going to make anything better. And I'm going to be brutally honest here and just say to you that it makes the whole world worse. Anyone who is bottling up any feelings from like a trauma situation, there could be historical trauma, it could be yesterday, but if you're holding on to that, it's only going to make the situation worse. The best thing you can do is to talk to somebody. Honestly, talking from experience, sitting there and festering on it is just not going to make it any worse. It's not going to make it any better. You need to talk about it. So talk about it, guys. And I'm here if you want to message me. I mean, I might not reply straight away because I do tend to just switch my phone off and not really want to contact anybody, talk to anybody. But if I do get a message from you guys, I will try and reply to you as soon as I possibly can. So if you ever need to, if you've got any questions or, any contributions that you want to make to my videos, then please do. Honestly, I'm doing these videos for you guys. I'm not doing them for me. I'm doing them for you. So if you've got any contributions that you want to make, please let me know. But otherwise, guys, that's my first episode on men's mental health. My next one will be coming up shortly, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And why not head over to my 10 signs video and have a look at that. I'll link to that around here somewhere. But guys, have a great weekend or week or whenever this is going to be posted. Have a great day. and look after yourselves. Love you guys. Bye.